Okay, look at this. Day 9, which is May 13th, the day before Dove turned 1.
Dove is leaving us. She's going to Washington State to visit her boyfriend who just had surgery. So it's very nice of you. All right. Bye. I love you. Have a really good time.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, goodbye everyone. I'm off to a day at the office. The main project I am working on right now is the Appalachian Trail book. I am on chapter 23 out of 28 chapters, so that's page 262. And as you can see, there are a total of 320 pages. I thought I'd show you guys real quick where I'm getting the information to write and revise this book. There's 3 main sources that I'm using besides just what I remember. The first and most important is this trail log / diary that we kept while hiking. This has been one of the best disciplines I've ever done in my life, which is when we go on trips, we take time to record details from the day every single night. When you're in the middle of hiking and you get to your tent and you're just completely worn out, the last thing you want to do is write, we ate macaroni and cheese today and hiked 6.7 miles and ran into so-and-so. Because those things are so fresh in your mind, it feels like, oh, I'm never gonna forget this. But I found you always forget it. Here's an example of what we wrote. We wrote the date, we wrote the day number, we wrote how many miles that we hiked, and where we ended up. And then the details inside are filled with almost all the meals we ate, because what we notice is while you're hiking, the specific meals jog memories, the people that we ran into, the places that we stayed, and a lot of the emotional feelings, the ups and downs. So this has been invaluable, because I find myself flipping through this thing all the time because I want the book to be accurate. And there's no way I could remember. I mean, it was 161 days and all the days run together, and it's so hard to remember that we were in the cold in Georgia and what that was like. The second thing that I use a lot is this Appalachian Trail guidebook. And there's just a lot of notes in here. This shows all the towns, the elevation and the mileage. And what we did very simply was we circled every place that we stayed every night. And the final thing is this, our YouTube videos. Probably a lot of you guys have seen these. Some of you may not know, we have an entire playlist that you can find on our homepage. It's called Appalachian Trail Through Hike. And as you can see, it has 137 videos that we've made, starting from the day before we left, that just go, we started off doing weekly videos, so this was the entire first week. And then pretty soon we started doing videos every weekday. And then there's our documentary, and then these are after the trail. And those have been really helpful for a lot of reasons. I mean, they're helpful with facts, but also I've been learning that as a writer that one of the most effective ways you can communicate is by just sharing dialogue, what people actually said. And because I don't remember what people actually said, and a lot of times people just make it up, but it's better, I think, to be able to go back and watch these videos and just to write line for line what the kids said, what Cammie said. It's been such a valuable resource. So if you're ever traveling, I would really encourage you to carry some sort of journal and consider it as a discipline. One of the cool stories, maybe I'll show you guys later on, is I have the original journal that we carried with us on our bike ride. We biked across the country back in 2001 when Dove was 1 year old. Right now, I have to start back at chapter 23. I have 1 day left to finish all of these edits. Let's go. All right, I am a lot of hours later into this, and I just finished it. The last 4 chapters, I cried every single time. One of the most challenging parts about this was when we were hiking the trail and we first thought about writing a book, and then we talked about doing it afterwards, because so many people mentioned the idea, and we had never really considered it. Because we're making all the videos, we thought, why do we need a book? We have like 129 videos about it. But people said they wanted to hear from the kids. And we realized that that was really just not possible for us to do in a book form. Like, even making the documentary where we interviewed 8 people, to put those stories of 8 people together was so hard. Everyone has their own perspective. So you guys saw the video the other day about how Cammie and I even made the decision for us not even to be co-authors, but for me just to write it, because it had to be personal and be like one person's kind of emotion and vision for the writing to come across as powerfully as we wanted it to. But the solution that we came to for the kids is 2 things. And this is the moment where I just like started tearing up again, because I just saw it for the first time placed in the form of the book. We took the kids out to breakfast about a month ago. It was like 2 years later, 2 years after we started the trail. And we just gave them paper and pens, and I said, I just want you to write about how you see the trail now and that whole experience. And they did. And what I noticed is that Megan just put the entire pages here. So we have Dove's page there, there's Eden's page, there's Rainier's page, there's Filia's page. I'm gonna read to you Filia's. Cammie wrote it. Looking back is weird. I really liked that people hosted us in their house. I loved looking forward to a nice warm shower in a hotel. I don't miss anything except the days we saw fresh ground and it was sunny. I don't miss the rainy or stormy or sick days waking up and you felt hot and wet and you had to wake up and your tent was wet and it was so miserable. That just shows you like why the kid's perspective is so important. It's so just like honest and simple and in your face. Like, they're not so much worried about making the family look good. The second thing that we did to include the kid's voice, because people said it would be so important, is we included their diary entries with the kids' permission. So this is just what one of them looks like. Can you see that? The glare is kind of there. Anyways, that's one of them. Okay, this is like really good. I'm so glad I made it through this draft. I still have these like, I mean, I keep on saying this is gonna be the last draft, but there's these like pretty, what I feel like are major notes, even though in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. I think I can pound a lot of these out in 2 or 3 hours tomorrow. And then when I have a meeting tomorrow with our writer, there's some things I just need to like brainstorm to like figure out what to do. But there's like I think some still good ideas that really are just all about making the book better and more accessible to people and communicating a very, very difficult and complicated story. Merch for sale. More merch for sale. Bubble wrap for mugs. Sentimental shit. Journals, pictures, yearbooks. There it is. Okay, look at this. So it's day 9. which is May 13th, the day before Dove turned 1. And we tell the story of how we were going to stay in someone's storage shed, but then he called up this couple named Ken and Julie, who I guess had a hostel. I didn't even know what a hostel was at this point. But in this garage, they had these bales of hay, and this is where we met these hikers who were all hiking this thing called the Appalachian Trail that we had never even heard of before. Cami says, of course, this was Ben's dream. He was able to talk to all these hikers about their experience on the Appalachian Trail. This is basically how I learned about backpacking, was this first day that we ended up spending the night on the Appalachian Trail at this small hostel in Damascus. And I even list the names of the two ladies. It was Tea Time and Penguin, who were 58 and 62. And I remember meeting them and them sharing about their story. And I was like, if these ladies can do this, I think we could do this. But of course, I didn't know we'd be doing it 17 years later with not just one kid, but 6 kids. Oh man, I wonder sometimes about those two ladies, if they're still alive and if I could find their information in the Conservancy and if they ever finished. I don't know. One of the most challenging things about this book has been figuring out the cover, which has been super hard. The cover is super important and I'm super picky. So we've had like 5 different covers that I haven't liked any of. But we hired this company, as we've already told you, and the hardest thing is, I'm not sure if I should trust myself and go with my gut, like since I'm the one writing the book and I want the cover to have this tone and gritty feel of the trail and the kids and the family, or if I trust the book people, so there's like, do you give up your artistic integrity and trust the professionals, or do you like hang on to your vision? That I don't know the answer to that. But we have this latest round of covers in, and I'm gonna show them to Cami for the first time right now. You ready to see them?
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Oh.
You like it? You're like, oh, that's stupid.
Well, no, it's like, it's not black or white for me, but the first thing I don't like is the yellow color.
Like the tinge?
Yeah, the tinge is weird to me.
I don't like the, how it has like our family twice, like we're drawn on there.
Yeah.
That's like confusing. It should either be drawn or it should either have the picture, not both.
I kind of think the drawing, even though it's super cute, probably shouldn't be there. Maybe we could implement it on the back cover or something, but yeah.
So the direction that I've been going with, because some people are going to see this thing and be like, that looks like crap. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point in a way. It's supposed to look really, I want it to look like a scrapbook and a trail journal.
Yeah.
Because this is what the trail was like. I mean, it was like kids and it was dirty and,
I like how the 2 and the 2000 is smeared.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But it shouldn't be over the masking tape. That's weird. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yep. So I'm looking at the same thing, right? These are the same. This
yeah,
is just
one shows the book like it's like 3D.
Yeah.
I want to see. I don't like this because it's so obviously fake. Like, in a way it's fake, but then when it shows this 3-wing bite, okay, let's just skip that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is my favorite, actually. I shouldn't have said that because I want to hear your reaction.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
I influenced now. You're going to be like, oh, this is my favorite too. Do you know what that is in the top left? That's an actual wrapper of the cigar that Omelet Man gave us.
Oh, that's so
The omelet
cool.
guy.
I love the flowers. I do like the coloring better on this one than the first one. Like, things stand out instead of it all kind of just being this yellow tinge. What's that?
Oh, that is weird.
It's like a emoji that's like.
I just noticed that.
Okay, well, anyway.
I like the masking tape because I feel like it's something that you would actually see in real life. By the way, what's it like not seeing your name on these?
Oh, I didn't even notice. I don't. It's fine. Totally fine, honestly. The color of the mountain is a little too muted to me.
You mean?
Like it's just gray, which maybe that's the point. You want us to stand out more than the mountain. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
because it kind of, I mean,
And I'm not
kinda
in
just
love with
looks
the
like
font, like the 2000 Mile Together font. Do you like that?
no.
To me, it looks like too weird.
But this is the same as the other one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, this one's my favorite. Okay, you want to see the next one?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I really like the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what about it? The numbers?
Yeah, I guess. Like the numbers and the colors. I like that. Feel. I like the way the mountain looks with the backdrop of the white better than the other one for some reason. I don't know why. What's the difference there? Yeah, because this is gray on gray. This makes the mountain stand out more. This grass thing is a little too busy there. Like
Yeah.
that's obscuring the mountain. I don't think I like that. But I love the foliage up there. I think the names, I get why they're doing that, but I think that's a little too much.
The lady was like, people are going to read this and it's going to be as confusing as Game of Thrones because we have so many kids.
Yeah. Maybe there's just some other way, you know.
I think it could be on the back. Of the
Yeah.
book. All right, ready for the next one?
Yes.
This is like similar.
Yeah, I like the clouds. I don't like the 2000 as much. I like the contrast of the mountain, again, against the clouds. I don't like the grass. It's too much.
Yeah.
The names work a little better with this. Like I could actually see this working. But again, and they spelled Rainier's name wrong. But again,
Ooh, that's a good spot. I don't like the names on there. That's a
Yeah.
cluster.
it's just, there's just so many other ways we can help people out with that other
Alright.
than putting it on the cover.
All right, two more.
Okay.
I don't like this
This
one.
is too much. There's just so much
Skip
there.
it. All right, last one.
Story Lord. Again, it's too much.
Yeah, I don't like this one either.
But
all right, what?
the rocks are interesting though. Were those in the other one? I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. For
All
some
right.
reason, I'm like noticing those for the first time.
All right, what's your favorite one?
Okay. My favorite, well, I have two. Okay, so this one is my favorite except for I would just take out a few things. I would take out the grass. I would take out the names.
Okay, this one.
And then the one that you like, go to that. And then I do like this one except for, it's like if I can make a hybrid of the two, it would be great somehow.
Man, I get so freaked out by how to get feedback on this because I just want them to do something I like, but that's not how it works with creative feedback. You need to like say very specifically what you like and what
Yeah.
you don't like. And then I feel like when you tell the artist, oh, I don't like this, I feel like I'm letting them down, but that's the most helpful thing is just to be honest.
Yeah. Like this one, like why can't the mountain be this big, but on this backdrop?
Well, they can. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah. And then you take off
We just got to
the
tell them,
grass.
but then we don't know if it's actually going to look that great
No, you
when
don't.
they do it.
It's true. Yeah, I might not. Cool.
I'm not like amped on this. Like I don't like love it. I don't know if we need to love it though.
I know. I think it's just important that it catches people's eyes and that it looks interesting enough.
I think some people will be like, oh, that looks childish and looks like sloppy,
And therefore it won't be a great story.
and part of me is
Or
like, well,
something.
fuck them. Like maybe they won't like the book anyways, but then part of me is like, you really do have to play the game. Like people judge a book by its cover, and I need to just like trust people that know what they're doing. So anyways, it's hard.
It is hard. It's really hard.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
This was the scribe people?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What's your favorite cover?
Comment below.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to, like, the problem with getting feedback is, like, sometimes people
overwhelming.
are right and sometimes it just makes it more confusing. I mean, there's no right, first of all, but like,
If you see a common theme, sometimes feedback can be helpful because you're like, oh, okay, a lot of people are feeling this or thinking this or seeing this.
all right, so vote down below. If you see your number, just do a thumbs up. Don't enter it as a new comment. Do you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 best? Go.
Wait,
Oh,
the numbers
pause.
are all weird. 1. That doesn't matter.
That's gonna be dealt with in editing.
Okay, I'm just making sure you didn't make a mistake.
I don't make mistakes. I'm an author.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to be the first to hear about when this book is released, you can go to the thing below, the comment or the description, and there's a link, and if you click it, you can enter your email address, and you'll be the first to find out about this book. Vote on the cover. Thanks, guys. I'm actually really excited about this.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
It's easy to waste our time, and if we're doing it, our kids are doing it. We wrote a book about how we created a schedule and transformed our family's panic into purpose, all in 1 week.
Time to do a workout.
The book has all the tools and mindsets that we use, and is basically the best of content of like 1,000 videos, and you can read it in less than an hour. Are you ready to change your week?